the next day feeling better. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce our first speaker. His name is Jeffrey Robert. He's one of the nicest guys I've never met until about 2 weeks ago. It was an odd situation where, in all honesty, we had a couple of cancellations for LAF Tech. These are road warriors. These are professional comedians. They're out there. They're making people laugh across the country. And one of the guys we had lined up calls me and he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "Oh, God, no, you're not going to do that." And what he did, though, is he said, "I can't do this, but I have some people I want to introduce to you." Jeffrey was the first name. And I latched onto him like a lamprey, and he has been able to peel me off ever since. But I want you all to be entertained, to love the guy as much as I already do, and welcome Jeffrey Roberts to the front.
Oh my goodness, it's really great to be back at the Sex and Love Addict meeting. Oh wait, this is LAF Tech. Sorry, saw Eric and I got confused. Sorry. I hope I didn't just break anonymity, because I can barely pronounce that word. And this is all about comedy tonight. And I'm gonna talk a little about comedy, but first I want to say it was great to hear all of your names and then hear of all the jobs that you do, because I don't know what in the hell you were saying. I have no idea what any of those jobs were that you guys just said. It was just all like blah, 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 to me, but it sounds important. And I love that it sounds important. I can tell you about comedy, though, and I can tell you there's different kinds of comics. There's different kinds of comics who do different types of humor. There's like the prop comics. And those are the ones who would run out there and get a pie and shove it in their face. And I hope that was enough of a visual for you, because I don't want to get that pie in my face. And then there's the improv comics. So they're the ones that like shout out, okay, name a person. Name a person. Bill. And name a occupation. Software engineer. Name a location. The moon. Okay, so then they're like, I'm Bill, and I'm a software engineer, and I'm standing on the moon. So that's improv comedy. I don't really do that. And then there's character comedy, which is where you develop a character like, oh, I'm a lush, and I drink a lot, well, that's autobiographical. But it could be a character comedy too. But there's all kinds of people doing comedy. There's a lot of female comedians. There's a lot of female comedians right now. Did you ever notice that all the female comedians, however, they're all women? And they all like, oh, I'm a woman, I'm a comic, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman comic. It's like, okay, I mean, you don't need, it's not like I go around like, I'm a big gay guy, you know, I don't go around saying that, so I'm a big gay guy. I just like to get that out of the way early on, because sometimes people don't know, because the way I carry myself, they think I'm thin, and it's like, I don't want you walking out of here, that guy with the white beard, do you think he was big? I'm just going to out myself right now. Yes, I am big. I'm big. And this is a good time of the year to be big. It's fall, people. It's fall. It's cool weather. It's flannel shirt time. Flannel shirt, the bikini of fall. This is big boy season, and I love it. I love big boy season. I'll tell you, this is comfortable weather for me. There's some people, though, in fall, winter, they're like, oh, it's dark all the time. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, it's so depressing. I need sunshine. This is so depressing. Oh. They develop a light for that. It goes in your refrigerator. I know that because I suffer from depression. I actually do suffer from depression. And I'm on a new antidepressant. It's called Ben & Jerry's Cinnamon Roll Ice Cream. It actually works really well. And you can't really overdose on it. And if you skip a dose, you can just double up the next time. But I gotta caution you, some people, they use that and they mix it with the medical marijuana. And you want to be really, really careful if you're gonna do that to make sure there's a Golden Girls marathon on TV. It's really important because you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with what you do. But I am a good guy, in case I didn't point that out to you enough. And a lot of people, they think there's something wrong with being big. They think it's like a sin, or they think it's a crime. They think it's a crime. And that, you know, the other night, I woke up in the middle of the night and I wanted ice cream. So I went to go get some ice cream. Too much information. I sleep in the nude, but I didn't have a spoon, so I just got that ice cream and I just started. And it's so good. And it took me back to when I used to do other things, but now it's all about the food. It was like I could hear Donna Summer in the background. Oh, love to love you, baby. I love to love you, baby. And I'm looking at it, and I'm sticking my hand in, and I'm slurping it, and it's going all down my body. And then I hear, you know you're going to have to pay for that. The damn store clerk, I said, screw you. I may be fat, but I am not a thief, and I ran out of that store. The idea, just because I'm a big guy, that's awful. I'm a big guy because I like to eat. I like to eat. I have some favorite foods of mine. Tater tots. I made a great big plate of tater tots. Well, they weren't actually tater tots. I got them at Trader Joe's. So you know how everything at Trader Joe has a different name? Like if you get the Mexican food there, it's like Trader Jose. You get the French food there, it's like Trader Jacques. You get the soul food there, and it's like Trader Joe's, because that'd be racist. So, but I got the Trader Tots, and I made a great big plate full of them. And then I took some cheese sauce and I smothered them all with cheese sauce. And then I took some bacon bits and I sprinkled bacon bits on top. Then I chopped up some kale. And I put that on top because I'm trying to eat healthier. Then I decided I'm making my body inside healthy. I gotta make my mind healthy too. So I took my big Trader Tots, I put on the television. I did not watch any of these reality shows. I put on PBS. And I was watching the show. And I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But even I know downtown is spelled with 2 W's. I'll put down your freaking cup of tea and pick up a dictionary. What is with these people? It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I do, I like to eat. I'm a big guy, I like to eat. I did join the gym. I joined a gym. Well, I'll tell you what I learned. They do not allow you to take pictures in the men's locker room. I'm having to carry my sketch pad into the shower. And that's steam and charcoal. That is not a mix you want. It's crazy. And then what's that thing when you're working out and you get somebody to help, what's it? Spa. They don't let you do that in the shower either, I found out. So when the employee comes over and says, well, what is it you're trying to, what are you trying to get out of, what do you want out of this gym? And I said, you. So I exercise at home now. Now, I'm just kidding, I don't exercise at all. Look at me. Do I look like I exercise? I don't exercise at all. I'll tell you what, a couple months from now, I'm gonna turn 57. 57, just like that. Boom, I'm a third of my life over. Can't believe it. It happens quickly, man. It happens quickly. It's crazy. I'm around some of these younger people. There's a lot of the younger people roaming around. Like at that mall, and I go to the U District, and I see some of these really young, healthy guys, and I think, I'm old enough to be their coach in a porn movie. And do you think that porn stars ever have nightmares of showing up to work with their clothes on? Just wondering, but it's true. I'm an old person. I'm fascinated by the world. The world's changed so much. It's changed drastically since I was young. Because I was a little young gay boy, and the world's different now. All the little gay kids, they got like their parents are making like the rainbow cupcakes to take to the PTA meetings. They got all that going on, and they got Camp We Be Gay, where they send the children in the summer. When I was young, we had one thing and one thing only for the young gay guys: the JCPenney men's underwear catalog. That was it. That's all we had. To this day, if I want to get in the mood, I tell my husband, you go put on your tidy whities and stand on the porch, holding a cup of coffee, and point to something. Oh, baby, you know what I like. I like that. Is it okay if I get a little gay on me for a second? Because I want to go a little deeper. I want to tell you a little something else that I got. I like the prison movies, and they influenced me, because then when I started going out with guys, I like going out with the guys that had the prison fantasies. Not because I was kinky. Not at all. It's a cheap date. Dinner is bread and water. I could afford that. Bed is a cot. When I'm done, I say, go see your parole officer. Get out. That's it. I like it. It worked out well for me. I'd suggest it for any of you single guys that want to get a little different. It's a little different. Actually, I'm a dad. I'm a dad. I'm a gay father. Woo! Yay! Gay father. Any parents out there? Yeah. Parents, yay! What the hell were you thinking? It's crazy. It's like the hardest job ever. It's insane. You hear these people like, oh, that's bad parenting. Oh, that was cool. That is bad. Bad parenting ends in murder. Nothing else is bad parenting as far as I'm concerned. It's all just parenting. Homicide is bad parenting. The rest is it's all open field. Our son, though, oh man. I gotta tell you, our son, I thought having two gay dads when he was a teenager was gonna be a wonderful thing. We were gonna teach him the basics. We're gonna teach him the classics. Garland, Streisand, Midler. Yeah. So I thought we were gonna have so much to do. All he wanted to do was stay in his room and play with his Xbox all the time. All those war games and that sound was horrible. And then one day he left. And we went into his room. I'm tearing up thinking about it, because on the floor in his room was a homemade bomb made with a plastic vodka bottle, big pins, and duct tape. He came home, and I grabbed him by his ear, and I said, "Get your phony ID, you're coming with me." And I drove him to the liquor store, and I marched into the back of that liquor store, and I said, "Top shelf, don't you ever bring a plastic vodka bottle into our house again. You were raised better than that."